Recently, I made a trip back home to Southeast Michigan where I grew up, and while there, I swung by Tyler G's shop. We shot a quick cell phone shop tour type video, and if you want to see that video, a direct link is in the description below. But we also got started on a flag display case that will also showcase a certificate and a few coins. Now, we knew we didn't have enough time to get the entire project completed while I was there, so we decided to just start woodworking and see where we got. Not only is it a lot of fun being in someone else's shop, but it's also a lot of fun actually working with them on a project. For the case, we decided to use cherry, and Tyler's workflow is pretty similar to mine. We started with the miter saw to rough cut the pieces to length, then we chose to rip the pieces to width at the table saw before jointing, because the board had a little bit of cup to it, and reducing its width first will also reduce the material waste from machining. Then we use the jointer to joint both wide faces and one edge. Now typically you wouldn't joint both wide faces at the jointer, but we were resawing these boards in half, so that will leave each half with one flat face that can ride on the bed of the planer. Now Tyler has the exact same bandsaw that I have, but made a huge improvement to the dust collection by making a port directly below the table. It works out really good, and if you check out the shop tour video for Tyler's shop, his dust collection system is really top notch. After the bandsaw, we went to the planer to not only remove the bandsaw marks, but also determine the final thickness of our material. I think the exact thickness ended up being just shy of a half of an inch, I think. But it's not too important regardless though, because we were just trying to maximize the material size from the board we had. Then over to the table saw, the final width was established. Just as a completely unrelated side note that has nothing to do with woodworking, Tyler's wife made these amazing Cheez-It snacks. You just take 2 Cheez-Its with peanut butter in between, kind of like a sandwich, and then you dip it into some melted chocolate, let it cool on some wax paper, and you have these like chocolatey Cheez-It peanut buttery sandwiches that are just absolutely amazing. And yeah, Tyler also cut the pieces to final length at the miter saw. For the joinery, we went with box joints, or commonly called finger joints. It's a fast and easy joint that is not only really strong once completed, but it also looks really good. It's got a little eye candy on the edges once it's all said and done. But before assembly, we added a groove near the bottom of each one of these pieces for the back panel. And a quick tip to measure for the back panel is to use 2 pieces of scraps that are not as long as the total distance will be for the panel, and put those into each one of the grooves on either one of the sides, clamp them together, remove that, and then measure the full length, and then you have a quick and easy way to get a really accurate measurement for the inside of the grooves for the back panel. Once everything was confirmed with a dry fit, we glued it all together and started in on the coin holder. Now the coin holder is just a solid piece of cherry sized to fit snugly in the bottom of the case, with a few appropriate sized holes drilled for the coins. Now if you don't do anything to these holes and just set the coins in there, odds are it's going to be difficult to get the coins out without damaging the wood around it or possibly scratching up the coins. So to prevent this, we chiseled a little bit away from the bottom side or top side, it doesn't matter, of the coin recess so that you can kind of push in and pivot the coin out and have easy access to remove it down the road. Now, unfortunately, that's where we ran out of time. We ended up not getting as far as we wanted to on the first part, mainly because we spent so much time just catching up and talking shop, which is so much fun to do. But anyway, I hate to leave you on a cliffhanger here, but you really need to check out the second half of this build. Tyler did a heck of a job wrapping this one up, and the finished project looks really, really nice. I'll post a link to Tyler's video finishing this project somewhere on the screen, as well as in the description below. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe. He makes a lot of awesome projects that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Thanks for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.